we are hosting Business After Hours here at the new Graham facility on North Seminary Street. I have Eric here with me, and we're going to talk a little bit about that, what you can expect at that event. But first of all, gosh, the weather. Can we
Yeah,
beat it?
I know. It's so nice out today. I hope it stays this way next week a little bit.
Oh,
I know
not
later in the week
sure.
it's not going to be great, but hopefully
I'm
early
not
in the week it
sure.
will be.
But good thing by Tuesday night, you guys have air conditioning in here, right?
Yes.
So we need to enjoy what we can while we can before it gets hot again. So first of all, let's talk about this. So Tuesday, so that'll be July 23rd. Second, I'm sorry, July 22nd. And we'll be right here and we'll come in at the south entrance, right?
Correct. Yep.
And then we're going to go over to your surgery center.
Correct.
So why don't we talk a little bit about the spaces? You've had several phases going on
Yeah.
at this location. Can you just talk about that and maybe what's to come?
Yeah, absolutely. So this phase is kind of our third phase of this piece of property out here. The first phase is kind of where the endoscopy suite is at. And then the second phase is what just opened up a few months ago that has our OB, podiatry, ENT, dermatology out on that side. And this next phase that we're gearing up for now is our ambulatory surgery center. And that surgery center will actually be in this grassy space right here connected to this endoscopy center that's currently running. So on Tuesday night, we will be here for the chamber after hours to kind of celebrate all the work that we've already been doing, but then also celebrating a little bit of a groundbreaking ceremony of what's to come with the surgery center.
Yeah, and so Graham has made a large presence in the Galesburg region, and you're not just here, you're all along Seminary Street. So you have another location going south from here, and then you have your south side location.
Correct.
So can you touch upon what each of those areas offer?
Yeah, so over on Fremont and Seminary is where our wound clinic is at, and our hyperbaric oxygen chambers that just opened up about a month ago or so. And that's doing really well. It's the only one in Knox County. So that's a huge service for those that are trying to get wounds taken care of that just kind of hang around for a long time. And then all the way on the south end, back in October, we opened up a family medicine clinic there that has the ability to expand into a whole bunch of other things as well. We own the space over on the corner of 3rd and Seminary, across from the Hilo grocery store, and that's going to allow us to do and provide more services over on the south side of Galesburg. That's been a little bit of an oasis of healthcare.
Absolutely, it was really exciting. I mean, we estimated, if you think about it, 100 years since there's been healthcare on the south side. That I don't think is an exaggeration. So It's been really incredible, and just to know your providers that are here sometimes have hours at the south side. So I was talking to someone recently, and they said, "Well, I understand I can go either place, and it's really convenient." Yeah. And it's really been a nice benefit.
Yeah, and it acts as that word convenient, I think it's thrown around, and ironically the convenient care model for us is actually our brand name for our walk-in care. So you can walk in here, or you can walk into that 3rd Street clinic to get the care that you need. So you think about that, the urgent things that you need, you have an ability on both sides of town to walk in and get those services done too.
Well, and having options, I think everybody likes to have options, right?
100%.
And here's your big sign right here, 7 days a week, 7 to 7. So it's you're available every day of the week, which is really awesome.
Yeah.
So why don't you talk about the ambulatory surgery center? Some of what people might expect that will be available once that it hasn't even broke ground yet, but will be soon. But what people will expect, I know your projects move really quick too. So so some of the things, the services that might be available.
Yeah, so with an ambulatory surgery center, just think about anything that's outpatient surgery that doesn't require an overnight stay. That's really what the purpose of that is. Healthcare has really moved to this outpatient concept. And so we'll have the ability to do those outpatient procedures. I know back in the days when Cottage was here, Cottage was a big player in that market. And so there's been quite a gap of those services. And so we currently have our ENT that does her surgeries in Canton, but we'll have the ability to do those here. We're going to be able to do OB-GYN procedures, outpatient procedures here. Or orthotic procedures can happen here, or orthopedic surgeries can happen here as well. And then there'll be more services to kind of come over this next year as we're totally mapping out what that's going to look like. But I think the easiest thing to say is just to think about anything that can be done surgically that doesn't require you to spend the night. We'll have the ability to actually do that here. So that's what'll be in this space, on top of what we're already doing with our urological procedures and our scopes, upper and lower GI scopes that we're doing right now.
Quite a vast array of options that you bring. And and like you said, I mean, and so many things now are outpatient, right? I mean, it's become really common. Technology's advanced. I mean,
Yes.
our just the providers have been able to bring people ease of services.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's great. So, as many times as we can stay, you know, from having a hospital
Yep.
admission, right? Oh, because nobody wants that.
Yeah.
And simple is way better. So
Yeah, that's the ultimate goal, is like you want good care as conveniently as you possibly can. And with the way technology, as you
yeah,
mentioned, has moved in healthcare, this gives us the options to take care of people without having the stress of being in a hospital all the time.
exactly. And it's that non-invasive
Yeah.
perspective, which is always better.
Yeah, it's the part that scares us the most, right?
Yes, it
Yeah.
is. Yes, it is. Well, so Tuesday night it'll be 4:30 to 6, and we'll
Yes.
be right here. Come in the south entrance. If you haven't RSVP'd, we actually have heard from a lot of you already,
Good.
which is awesome. But if you haven't, let us know. I'll put the link in the comments, and you'll have some beverages and snacks and
Yep, some hors
tours,
d'oeuvres.
all that kind of thing,
Yes.
right?
Yep. And it won't be just about this side. We'll be able to tour the entire building and show anybody who hasn't had a chance to be in here, give you an opportunity to see how big this space is and all the things that we actually do.
Excellent. Well, we look forward to it. We'll see you
Awesome.
then.